Welcome to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Golden Bears will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. The end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The offense will have... First time out of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. To throw, it's Raiola. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Off play action on first down. Starts to scramble to the left. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. and they finished it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
And the Golden Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Bought a little time, lets it go. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Throws to the back. Tosses it incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
To the air, it's Mendoza. Snags it. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Nebraska 7, Cal 0.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Nebraska.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal! precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They'll mark him down right there, and how about that play and picking up a chunk of yardage? That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Husker! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yard. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Is headed back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Nebraska. And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're going to open this drive with a pass. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And the Golden Bears headed quickly to the line, trying to get to him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Oh, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's what quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Cal gets it back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Finds his big tight end. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward. This will likely be the last play of the half. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Timeout, California.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He wants to throw here on second down. Finds his big tight end. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. And the Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's King. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers move, kick it away to start.
Set to fence on the football.
And he's going to run it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good.
The 21.
Coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Timeout called here. It's their first of the half. Offense getting set for first down. On the ground, it's Jeanty. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for poop.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
A 10-yard
The
loss.
screen by definition is slow developing. That was just a little too slow.
Yeah, quarterback just held on to it a split second too long. You want to invite the rush to you as a quarterback when you're executing that play, but you've got to be able to get rid of it, and you've got...
Picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
They'll take over.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Touchdown, Husker! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jeanty. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means. Guys that are different, guys that see it, that hunt it, that go get the football like this guy just did.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quick pass on the fly motion. Shakes off the defender. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Genty. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He's going to pass. Good timing on the quick out. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Nebraska 17, Boise State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They go to the draw. Runs through the tackle. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Broncos are marching down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Genty. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Boise State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. A full dive to haul that one in. The Cornhuskers line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Into the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
Touchdown, Nebraska.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go.
Return runs out of bounds.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. On the run, fires downfield. Working the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll throw it on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Let's see what they've got on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a draw. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Broncos! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like,
forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Movement here from the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. With jet sweep pass. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Might be looking to run. He'll let it go down the right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a short. Ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Tackled after picking up the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick it away.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Nebraska 31, Boise State 15.
First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. Oh, it's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Oh, that's a big-time blow, man. Once you get that under that 3-minute mark and you're down by multiple possessions and you've got to put something together, the last thing you can do is turn it over because that clock is not your friend.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Nebraska! And the pummeling has started.
Yeah, salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David. Incomplete. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Offense set on first down. They'll go to the toss. Hard running there. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you've got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Trying to get them out flanked on the jet sweep. Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes. Back able to make a cut. First down.
From the red zone, looking for a space. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Makes the grab down the middle. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. From the gun. He wants it all. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And the punishment has been extended.
Number 18.
Some would say run out of clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3.